Hey, Facebook. I don't know. Let me see. Good. What time is it? Good afternoon. How are you guys doing? I'm doing okay. Thank you. Hey, Renee. How are you? I just wanted to come on here. It's been a long time, Facebook. I stopped coming on here because of all the shenanigans that Facebook was doing. You know, blocking, erasing posts, all the stuff that they do. And now they're known for it, you know, blocking people's shit and the things that they do. They've been doing it for a long time. People just getting on to how they censor a lot of stuff that people put on and put out. So I'm making this video because people I've noticed that the following numbers have dropped dramatically, just like that. And so people are saying, start messaging me, sending me messages and asking, am I unfollowing them? And I'm like, you know, pushing the button. I'm like, nah, why would I do that? So if you are not getting notifications when I post something, or you go look, just in case you go look, and it says that you're no longer following this page, it's not me. And I'm the only one that, well, there's a couple other people that moderate, but I'm not unfollowing you. I wouldn't do that. I don't know what's going on, but no, I'm not unfollowing you. If you post something and you get flagged as from Facebook and they take your post down, your comment, that's not me either. The only way I will take a comment down or remove it is if somebody inboxes me and says, you know, that somebody is harassing you, or, you know, posting inappropriate shit. But other than that, it's a platform. People are here to discuss stuff. Thank you, Joe. But I'm not, you know, going to just unfollow you or unclick you, unlock you, or just ban you or censor you or anything like that. I'm not doing that. Really, if you look at my post, I'm sharing from Instagram. So no, I don't do that. But if you've looked at like my recent posts, this stuff is going on my platform, from Instagram to my website, you know, page not found. Now you can't even go and purchase my book on Amazon or on my website. So I'm gonna have to check that out. So this is just another thing. They're unfollowing, removing people from my page, from this page, and not letting people post. And it's not even offensive stuff. Like one particular person, I just remembered this off the top of my head, was just saying something about my website, saying that it looks better than it did before it got hacked. So that wasn't even negative. It wasn't anything. And they flagged it like inappropriate content or something like that. I'm going to, like, this is all brand new to me. Like, when I woke up, I had the email about, but even if they hack my website, how are they hacking Amazon? You see what I'm saying? So, and then are they hacking my child support, the Facebook page too? And like I said, this isn't the first time. This shit been going on for a long time. But they had stopped. And I'm not even active in the movement. Like, I still post information and stuff like that, but I'm not, you know, holding town halls and trying to organize protests or anything like that. Like, I'm gonna still put the information out like I explained to everybody, but I'm not active. Yeah, Joe, thanks. And I, you know, like I said, I'm used to it. This is not the first time I've been through this, and to this day I haven't shared this publicly. People that talk to me, like we talked one-on-one back in 19, my house was shot up. And to this day, I don't know, the police never followed up with me. Like, they were out here on day one. Somebody came back and talked to me like a couple weeks after that. But I never heard anything about the shooting. I never had heard that they apprehended any suspects. So I don't know. I don't know who it was. I don't know why it happened. Nothing. So I'm not saying that it was, but I have received death threats. I have had mail sent to my house that had just, the one time I opened it, just disgusting shit in it, and then I had the second time I took it to the post office, not to accept anything. So I've had some shit happen. So when I post stuff like that, it's not just me being paranoid or like, oh my God, they're out to get me. No, this is real shit that happened, and yeah. So it's not even so much that the stuff is disappearing or page not found. It's just, I want you guys to know what's going on, because if you've been here for a while, if you've been rocking with me since day one, I've been stomping like this I've been doing this for many years, and I've been dedicated to this. So now that I'm kind of backing away, I'm shocked that this stuff is still going on, but they done just ramped it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, after the shooting, the ramp is, how can you top that? But yeah, I just want to let you guys know over here on Facebook that I'm not unfollowing you. I'm not taking your shit down. I'm not censoring you. I'm not doing any of that. That's not at my hand. Thanks, Joe. And I appreciate you guys still rocking with me. I know there's a lot of people that have started organizations, doing their own thing, and I say keep it going, keep fighting the good fight. They are listening, obviously. They're doing things to, I guess, change the system. It's not fast enough for me, and I'm sure it's not fast enough for you guys, but if it wasn't for our voices, they wouldn't be doing anything. They'd still be doing what they've been doing, taking advantage of non-custodial parents, robbing parents, a parental alienation, that's, getting some attention. So they'd still be doing what they have been doing for 30 years had not people like you all, standing up and fighting back. So give yourselves a pat on the back and being vocal, because you guys been vocal and saying you're not going to take it anymore. So it might look like I'm like, oh, what I've done, but it's just I've put work out, and I'm just trying to share it, reshare just in case people missed it. It's not, people say, that I say I did this or that. Well, I'm not lying. I did write this or I did do that, but I also put the information out, which has always been what I've done. Now, people try to label me, which everybody wants to put a label on people. Label me a leader. Label me this. I've never labeled myself. I've never called myself a leader. I've never labeled myself as anything but an author and an advocate and trying to help parents. That's it. So anything else you hear, it didn't come from me, so it don't matter. So thank you guys for tuning in. I just wanted to come on, and of course I said more than what I intended to say, but that's just pretty much it. I thank y'all for rocking with me. I never, ever, ever click unfollow on your names, delete what y'all talking about, because your voice is important. I love when people make their voices heard. Keep doing it, whether I'm here with the page or not, whether I'm over here talking about some other stuff. Y'all keep going, because they can't ignore millions. I think our Rosa talked about I don't know who Rosa is, Joe. I'll take badass, but no leader. When they start calling you leader, they be trying to, you know, try to, I don't know, control you, if you will. And I'm not that. Like, I'm a leader in my house. Because I pay the bills here. That's it. I'm that leader. You're welcome, Anthony. It's my pleasure. I like doing it. I like fighting the bullies. Like I said, they say I have a problem with authority. No, I have a problem with people who have authority and abuse it. That's my problem. You're welcome, Jose. Okay, I think that's Vim or Vin. You can email me. It's cshustle1@gmail.com, or you can just send me a DM and then I'll get back to you. Hi, Ryan. Thank you so much. Ryan has supported and is very active in the movement. So I want to give you a shout out because I know you've been working hard. I know, right? That's a great sound, and it's a great sight when that bully hits the ground. Defeat. So that's what they don't like, especially this child support system. Man, they out cold. The stuff that they do is so, like, I don't put anything past them. So just keep fighting, because you see the shift. The shift in the movement the shift in how they operate has changed, and they're not going to advertise it. They're going to send it out in piecemeal like they're doing something, when really, when they do it, what they're doing is stuff that's already there, right? And they're just making it seem like it's something new, because they have been violating, these agencies have been violating what has already been written for so long. We're talking about 3 decades. So now they're trying to make it seem like, oh, they're changing these guidelines that were written, when in actuality they're just making these agencies follow what's already there. And I said on my over on YouTube in a video, I think they're doing it like this so they don't get sued. That's my opinion. They're making them follow the guidelines and making them come up to code, if you will, because their asses will get sued for what they've been doing. That's my opinion. Oh, my name is Kenya Rockman. I don't have a personal page here on Facebook. So you'll have to email me here at the Child Support Hustle. All right, thanks for tuning in. If y'all are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would really appreciate if you go over there and subscribe. I'm going to start talking about other issues, including child support, because this is tied into other social justice issues like bail reform, prison reform, things like that, and things that I've always talked about on my own time. But child support reform has been front and center in my life. I've been advocating for it for 8 years, and it was 8 years for me to get my case closed. It's been 8 years since I've been advocating publicly for child support reform. So now it's, time for me to go to the next level, if you will. Not level, but I guess lend what I've learned fighting for child support reform to other causes that are dear to my heart. I don't know what Jim is Jim, what do you mean? So hopefully, if we have the same causes that that we're fighting for, we can fight for other issues too together and get some change going on. Democratic, Republican, however you vote, like y'all see me post sometime, Republican, Democrat, right wing, left wing, same bird. So they all, as far as I'm concerned, it's we the people versus them. Oh yeah, it's very corrupt. Family court, I mean, they don't even want cameras in there because they know the corruption. They don't want that corruption televised. They don't want people to know, like the people that don't know, like the people that never set foot in family court, or people that don't have children or just never involved, would be appalled at what goes on in family court. There's so many people that don't even have a clue. Just like there's so many people that don't know that child support is so much more than just paying child support. Most people just think that's it. You just pay your child support and that's it, that's all. And even when I talk about it to, just discussing child support, like what I work on, child support reform and the child support hustle, one of the first things I say is child support is much more than just paying child support. And I go on to say, I'm not in support. I always support parents taking care of their children, because as soon as you say that you're against the system or you don't like how the system operates, all of a sudden, because they put this brainwash, they start brainwashing so many people. Because you don't support the child support system, you support deadbeat parent, or you support parents not taking care of their children. And that's not true. But once you tell a lie so many times, you tell a lie enough, people will believe it. So if people don't know about family court or don't know about the child support system, that's what they think it is just paying child support, and that's not what it is. There's so many layers to this. And so one of the biggest parts of reform coming from me and how I started, or when I started, was letting people know what was really going on as far as the Title 4D funding, the welfare cases. Because there was information out concerning divorcing parents and child support, but they weren't talking about unmarried parents and the welfare system, the Title 4D, the incentive money, the cost on investment, the return on investment, the $1 versus the $5 they were getting in return. That was not common knowledge. I had to search and search and search. Now that is everywhere, which I love to see it. I was ignorant. Who was that, Natalie? I was ignorant. I'm the first one to admit it. I thought it was just that you paid money, you paid child support. That I was that person. And that was one thing I said. It blew my mind when I was looking up how to fight my case and get my case closed, at how detailed what was going on. That they were recovering money to pay for welfare. I had no clue. And I'm like, oh my God, I wonder how many people know about this. People need to know about this. I bet people would not be involved in this if they knew what was really going on. Why are some people afforded some stuff and some people not? As far as the child support system, I think it's money talks, bullshit walks. Because if you look, If you can afford a lawyer and you can afford all the luxuries for family court, you'll have your due process. If you don't have any money, they treat you like you ain't shit. That's my, if you got a lawyer, they're not gonna treat you like that. That's in my experience. But it's also true that the lawyers, I'm not saying all, but a lot of lawyers, this is their bread and butter. This is how they eat. This is how they pay their bills, family court. So they're not concerned about you having your due process rights either. It's all jacked up. That's why there's pages not found. That's why I just made a video, and that's why when you go back and look at something that was an order and now it's saying it's a proposal that makes it not an order, that's why that's happening. That's right. They're a threat. There's so much money. That's another thing. People don't understand how much money is involved. Not only from the government and their incentives, right? I didn't mean to come on here and talk like this long. I just wanted to say I'm not following y'all. But you got incentive money. So that's state money, government money, right? You got the money for arrears. They get interest from that money. Then you have to go and look at the fees. Then you look at when they put child support on a card, a credit card or a debit card that they pay out, right? So then they charge the parents when they use that card, just like a fee to the bank. So it's like $1.99 or whatever per transaction. So then the bank is getting a fee. And that might not be anything, but you say per transaction, and then you go and multiply that by 100,000 cases, and you talk about monthly, that's a lot of money. And then you go to late fees they charge. Then you go to the jails when they lock somebody up. A lot of people have to pay for their stay. Then there's restitution. Then you look at places that hide the private companies like Maximus, Young Williams. There's private entities that are involved in this. Then you look at the banks. There's so much money. People are eating off of this. And there's billions upon billions of dollars. So it's like another tax system without the IRS. So they're going to fight it tooth and nail to keep it in place. So now they are transferring, like I said earlier, they're trying to make it seem like they're trying to reform it, making it modernized and make it family first and implement what we're talking about, like making sure that the family gets the money passed through to them instead of the government taking it. Well, they could have been done that, but they didn't, because they don't care about these kids, which was another issue that I had. If y'all really cared about these kids, then they would get the money. They charge interest in a lot of states. Some states charge up to 12% interest. I don't have that info with states right off the top of my head, but if my site is still up, you can go and look, because I wrote about it. I don't know if my site's there, but if it's there and if the page is still there, it might not be found. I don't know, but a lot of states charge interest. In Florida, let me tell y'all about Florida. I have a family member with a case in Florida. Well, it's Ohio, Florida. They had taken $2,000 from him. I might have even did a video about this years ago, or he did a video saying that I had worked his case. They had to they took $2,000, 18 and some change, ended up being almost $2,000. I had to file a complaint for him. Florida had to come back up off his money. because they had no right to take it. Florida steals money. They all do, but Florida is very flagrant in it. And most parents would be too scared to go and try to get their money back because they are issuing an arrest warrant. They do that stuff all the time. I'm telling you, they criminals. Yes, they want the family destroyed. They get more money when the family is separated than they do when they are together. They can't go in to a married household and charge them money for anything. They cannot go in. They don't go in there into a household with married parents and say, you have to spend $1,000 a month on each of your children. They can't tell a married couple how much money to spend on their children like they do unmarried parents. And they shouldn't be doing that. So, yeah. It's a whole, but like I could go on and on. And I have gone on and on. So I have spoke, written, like I have a lot of information out there. And that's another reason why I said, you know, not only are there a lot of organizations out here when we're talking pretty much about the same thing, so there's really no need. At this point, I'm repeating myself. So if there's anything that you ask me, or, you know, I can probably provide you a link. So if you have any questions or on your case, and I say, well, I'm not working on individual cases anymore, but I'll be happy to try to point you in the right direction. It's nothing personal. It's just, you know, that's what it is right now. And I will be happy to do that. So if you have any questions, you can still DM me. You can send me an email, cshustle, cshustle, the number 1 at gmail.com. Let's see. And I do videos. I make videos on YouTube. I have like different topics. If there's something new in the news, media, anything with the guidelines, I'm going to post them there. I'm going to make a video there. Like I said, I don't fool with Facebook for the simple fact they like to remove videos, information. They like to remove followers for no reason. Just in the last, I want to say 2 weeks, the followers on this page dropped, I want to say like 500. And now people are saying, I'm not seeing your page, like it's not on my page, or however they come, you know, your list, they're not there, and they didn't unfollow, and I didn't unfollow them. So, and that's why that's where I started with this video. So, oh, you're so welcome, Joe. It's my pleasure. Like I've enjoyed this. I'm so happy to hear that. What is that, Martinez? I'm so happy to hear that. That was my purpose. I just hope to help anybody, somebody, with the information to navigate the child support system. So if I was able to help you, if my videos helped you, if my post helped you navigate this, hopefully protect yourself, protect your children from this monster of a system, then I feel like my mission was accomplished. Like, I feel I did what I set out to do back in 2013. 4 years to get it done. I wish you could get it closed and wouldn't have to have those 4 years left. But, you know, as with any hustle, they'll hold on to the very end because you're messing with their money. And like I said, it's a lot of money. We really don't even know what the total amount is, but they do. But we know it's it's hundreds of billions. I say it's got to be in the at least a trillion, but I don't know. I don't have a source for that, but we know it's hundreds of billions. Okay, well, thank you guys for tuning in and listening to me and supporting the child support hustle over these years, and hopefully we'll rock together as we go on the new journey, all for social justice in every way, shape, or form. Like I said, I don't like bullies. I've been bullied by this system a lot in my lifetime. In fact, I don't remember a time when I wasn't, except when I took charge and stood up for myself and fought back. And that's why I always say keep fighting. And it doesn't matter what the fight is. I don't have to put a label on it. I hate labels. Because 9 times out of 10, everybody's fighting something that's trying to oppress you or trying to deny your rights, deny you your rights. So keep fighting. My leadership. You know I'm not a leader, Ryan. I don't like that label, but thank you. Respect back to you, David. I look forward to working with you. Oh, 18, good. Sometimes it's 21. I know somebody reached out and said, if your child, I think that's across the board. If your child has special needs, it's for a lifetime. But his argument was that the mother of his child was also receiving Social Security benefits for their child. So he didn't understand, why he was still obligated to pay child support. But I don't know the answer to that. Hopefully he can, find out. And I mean, that's a good question. That's like a double payment. If he missed that payment, he's losing license. I mean, he's going to be punished. So that's something. I hope he gets the answer to that. And if you're watching, let me know when you find out. I'd like to, maybe share it with others. Are those your organizations, Ryan? Yeah, and if you have an organization, let me know, and maybe we can start sharing the work that everybody's doing, and everybody can link up. There's power in numbers for sure. Thank you, Jonathan. It's been my pleasure, for sure. I love to see it. I love to see it. They have been exposed. Oh, that's the opposition. Oh, family law lobbyists and attorneys preventing equal parenting laws. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, y'all have a good night, good evening. Oh, I keep thinking it's later than what it is, but y'all have a good evening. Again, thank you, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And let me see what else. If you want to buy a copy of my book, I have that on the meme. Just you can Cash App me. It's $TCSH, the number 1. And just be sure to send me your address, your shipping address, to my email, or you can DM me, and then I'll ship it out. Because of, you can't, when you go to checkout on my webpage, it's page not found. So I guess that's going to be what it is for, I don't know how long. I'm gonna reach out and try to fix it. I have to reach out to myself since I built the website. I can't complain to anybody. So, but if you want to show some love, show some support, buy the book. It's chock full of information if you're don't know or confused about Title 4D, the incentives, all that kind of stuff. I break it down in my book, and that they haven't changed. All right, I will see you all over on YouTube, because I probably won't come back live on here anytime soon. So come on there, subscribe, then we can chat over there. I try to go live like at least once a week with a video. Whatever, you know, the topic is, and something I think is worth sharing and talking about, I'll do a video. So I'll see you guys over there. Y'all have a good one. Keep fighting.